Welcome back to the Urban Scope podcast. I'm back with more exciting news. So, Cardi B just announced her sophomore album, her second album in her discography that will be releasing September 19th. Very excited about this. The album is titled Am I the Drama? Now, this title does sound like a K Michelle titled album, something that she would put out for one of her albums. But nevertheless, I'm not a huge fan of the title of the name of the album, but nevertheless, just excited that she's announcing this album. I'm pretty sure she's going to be announcing a tour pretty soon as well. If I can remember correctly, I think last year she announced the album would come out around September, and then she would be touring in October. So hopefully we'll get more news about that because I'll be excited to know about that as well. Big fan of Cardi B's music, but like I said, she's not been active since 7 years. So it's been a 7 year hiatus since she's been out. But this album that she's going to release is dropping just in time for the fourth quarter. Very exciting news, big news for her, especially surrounding her new single that she just released, Outside. And I'll talk about that in a little bit. And some information has leaked about this upcoming album. They said it's going to be 23 tracks. So we're going to get a lot of music from Cardi B. But, she's going to have the song Up, which has been out for a while. Is going to be on the album as well, as rumored to be, which WAP has been out for several years now. I'm not sure. It might be just an extra song on there. But Outside is another song that she just released, which seems to be addressing her husband Offset, her estranged husband Offset, which it'll be interesting to see if she has any more songs about that type of relationship on there. But I'm interested really to see the features and the production on this album because she always has exceptional production. So it'll be interesting to see what producers on this album, what the production sounds like, and where she goes sonically with this album. Because her first album was such a big hit. Of course, there's this looming expectation or high expectations because her first album was such a classic. It was Grammy nominated. I'm not sure if it won a Grammy or not, but I know it was up there in the Grammy consideration. So there's a lot of hype around this album. She has great writers as well, and I'm interested to see if Partisan Fontaine is on this album, especially with the separation he had from Meg Thee Stallion and her loyalty to Meg Thee Stallion. But I believe she already addressed the issue and said it's business and it's nothing personal when it comes to her relationship with Partisan Fontaine. So I'm pretty sure he'll be on the album in some way, expressing his writing. He's been doing an exceptional job for her on her writing for her songs and things like that, especially with the flows and stuff she's been putting out. So that'll be interesting to see. But either way, I will be staying up to midnight on September 18th for this album to drop. I'll be pretty disappointed if it doesn't, but I'm pretty sure she usually holds to her word. It's not like a Kanye release or Lil Wayne release or something like that. Usually she's gonna put out the product when she needs it. Most artists usually do, but just to address those songs that are rumored to be on there, I love the Up song. That song was a hit for a while, and then WAP, of course, the song with Meg Thee Stallion. It was a very good song, but like I said, it's been out for a while. But the Outside song, I liked it better as an acapella when she did it on the Instagram live because we didn't have the production. Now that Outside song is a good song content wise, but and lyric wise, but I didn't like the production fit with the lyrics and the flow. I think the production could have been different. I'm not gonna say better because it could have worked for certain songs and certain concepts, but I just think for that song what she was trying to do, the production wasn't where I wanted it to be because I think it outdrowned the lyrics. It should have been a more mellow song, or maybe it could have been just a little bit more upbeat to catch it. But nevertheless, if you hear the songs with the music and without the music when she did on Instagram Live, it's two different songs. The song was very catchy when she did on Instagram Live, but then after hearing the production of it, it just kind of threw me off. And I was excited to hear the song because this song she leaked a couple months back. Uh, and when she released it, I said, "Oh shoot, I bet that's that song she did on Instagram Live." But like I said, I was underwhelmed from the production. But nevertheless, I like the lyrics on the song, and I think the production was off. But but no words on the features yet, as I talked about already. I'll update you guys on those when those leak. But the questions will be the same for every sophomore album from Cardi. Well, the it'll be the same questions regarding any sophomore album, especially after coming from an album that sold really well on on your freshman album or your first album. Similar to Nas's Illmatic after when he came out with It Was Written, or Jay-Z after Reasonable Doubt, or Biggie's Ready to Die album. The second album is going to have a lot of questions, the same questions pretty much that those greats had. And it's going to be, can she live up to the expectations? Can she do the sales? Can she get the top chart topping success? Can she tour off of this? I believe she will, just off the expectations or just the hype or just people wanting to know. So I don't think so. The expectations for her won't be the chart topping success or the sales and numbers or anything like that. It's going to be the product that she puts out. It's going to be the reception. It's going to be the reviews, things like that, because we know she can put up the sales just off her name alone and just the expectations. So that's not going to be the question. The real question is, will she have rust, or will the rest help her? It's similar to the NBA or NFL. When they have too many games off or too many days off, they say it's rust versus rest. Will the rust affect her performance, or will the rest affect her performance and help it? Will it put her to the next level? Because artists like Rihanna hasn't dropped in a while, and when her next project comes out, she's gonna have the same questions. But of course, it won't be her sophomore album or her second album. This will be farther along in her discography. But a lot of people are gonna question, does she still have it? And that's the question they're gonna be asking about Cardi B. Does she still have it? And from the singles that she's released and the features that she's done, she still has it. But we just have to see it on the solo stage. Similar to Lauryn Hill, we know she could do it on the Fugees album, and she did it on um, her debut album, but she never released that follow up. So we don't know about her consistency, and we don't know about her drive and her ability to be an overall success. We only know about the bits and pieces. Um, And will she dress Offset on this album even more? Because we know she did it on Outside, the new single that she just released last week. But will she address him? Will she have bars addressed for Stefan Diggs, her new rumored love interest? Will he play a fold on this new album, especially since she's been working on it for a while? Will she have shots at critics like Joe Budden from the Joe Budden podcast, or Rory from the Rory and Maul podcast? There's a lot of questions about this album and what it'll be, and I'm excited for those things to leak, but we'll have to wait till after the summer. September 19th, this album is releasing, and I'll keep you guys updated as more information comes abreast. So until next time, I'll see you next time.